On the hit show CSI, Marge Helgenberger plays TV's toughest dame.
They're both very tough women, Catherine Willis and Marge Helgenberger. Nobody's going to pull one over on Marge.
She has this kind of punk thing to her, rock and roll edge to her, but she's really a family girl.
A family girl? This tough cookie? As they say on CSI, just follow the evidence. The clues are everywhere. When CSI premiered in the fall of 2000, it was an immediate hit. In fact, it was one of the season's only hits.
The next day, Billy Peterson said to me, "Do you know we were seen by 18 million people last night?" And I said, "I want more." I still do. Maybe that's just because I've been at it this a long-ass time, and I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
And she got it. The audience for CSI kept growing and growing until it became the #1 show on television, then grew even beyond that.
She's in a show right now that has gone, you know, into the galaxy. I mean, this is going to be one of the all-time hit TV shows ever, probably, and a show that's got a spin-off already. I mean, this is a real rare phenomenon in TV today.
A great mystery show doesn't come along very often, and that's what I'm most proud of. It's a Sherlock Holmes for the new millennium.
It was the kind of stardom Marge had been preparing for all her life. North Bend, Nebraska isn't a big town. Only 1,200 people, farmers mostly, folks who stay here their whole lives. Among them, back in the 50s, were Hugh Helgenberger and his wife Kay. Kay was a registered nurse. Hugh worked as an inspector at a nearby meatpacking plant. In his spare time, he taught catechism at the local Catholic church. But early on, Hugh and Kay started getting clues that their middle child, Marge, dreamed of a world beyond North Bend. Born on November 16, 1958, just 11.5 months after her big sister, Anne, Marge was the one with the imagination.
Marge always enjoyed dressing up and fantasy and living in a fantasy world. And there was a time when she was a little more dramatic than we expected, because then sometimes I think I even remember calling her Sarah Bernhardt because she was being so dramatic and emphatic about wanting to do this and that.
Marge first showed off her tough side in a performance arranged by none other than her father.
Marge and I were kind of picking on each other one day and fighting and tattling on each other. He finally had enough and he kind of blew up. He's like, "Come on up here," and he drags us upstairs, gets out these boxing gloves, straps them on us, hauls us out in the front yard and says,
"All right, duke it out, you guys." And then this ring of kids formed around us, and they each took sides. And
we got it on right there in the front yard. And she gave me a beating, too.
Marge's dad wanted his kids not just to be tough, but well-rounded. Hugh Helgenberger may have worked as a government meat inspector, but in his soul, he was a musician, and he passed along his love of music to his children. Marge's on-stage debut, in fact, was in a musical in grade school.
it was a play called Danny the Dark Green Dinosaur. You want to hear my little song?
Sure.
I'm Susan the Swan, I can glide upon the lake with ease, just like a breeze. But look at my neck, oh Danny, oh heck, goodbye, crybaby, goodbye. That's it.
Like any proud parent, Hugh loved it, but then he loved everything about Marge.
There was a chubby stage that Marge went through, and there was a time when she thought, oh, am I going to be a pretty girl?
My dad, said, don't worry about it. Someday you're going to grow into your looks and you're going to be a real beautiful girl and you have nothing to worry about. Something to that effect. And I believed him. It was as simple as that. I believed him.
Her dad's prediction was right on the money. Marge became one of the prettiest girls at North Bend Central High. Pretty as she was, Marge was shy, but she discovered she was comfortable on stage. Throughout high school, Marge acted in plays and musicals and competed in statewide speech competitions.
We need to go get the ladder off of the stage.
Mary Ann Von Rhine, her high school speech and drama teacher, has never forgotten Marge's one-person version of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
She did all the different characters because you have to do different voices, different postures for all the different characters. And it was just, then I thought, this girl has a special gift. And of course at that time we didn't think she was going to use it.
Everyone in North Bend knew that Marge planned to follow in her mother's footsteps and become a nurse. Then senior year, Marge and her family visited a nursing school in South Dakota.
The college was very, very small and very Catholic and all girls. And the town was very small. And I just, there's something clicked in me. I just, you know what? I've done this for 18 years. Do I want to do this for another 4?
Marge told her parents she didn't want to be a nurse. She wanted to be an actress.
And I just took a deep breath and said, oh, yeah. And she said, well, you don't think I can do it, do you? I said, no, honey, it's not that. It's just that it's such a tremendously hard business and the chances of, making a living at it. But she said, well, that's why I don't tell anybody about it.